Hi guys. Uh, this is the Binti Love podcast. 5 Points, 5 star review. I'm your host, Binti Love. And this is the Binti Love podcast review. Okay. Now, I am reviewing Love and Marriage, Huntsville, Alabama, season 6, episode 12. Okay, guys. So let me just say, uh, before I start, I gave this episode 4 out of 5 stars. And let me just say it in the beginning of the episode because sometimes I give the 5 points 5 star review and I forget to give the review. So I forget to give the 5 points. So it's 4 out of 5. The 5 stars. I forget to give the 4 out of 5 stars. Okay. Let me be clear. Moving on. Yeah, I do. What I do want to say is that this is the cast, and this is a great cast. And I do want to talk about Martell. I love him in his pink pastel color. Um, he looks great in a suit. Um, and I feel as though, although he might not have been a winner at marriage with Melody Holt, for the marriage to fall, it has to be both of them to blame. That's my opinion on that. This is a failed marriage, but does not mean that they are not winners individually. And so I do support Martell Hout. I think that, with this episode, he was saying, okay, let me have a suit collection. I think Martell is a very sensitive guy, honestly speaking. And I think that he wants great things for his life. I think he spoke that over his wife, who's Melody, also his children. And I feel as though, honestly and earnestly, that, he's a good dude, but he's kind of young and he kind of failed at marriage. They both failed at marriage. Let's be clear about that. It takes two to have a great marriage. No one's to blame. It didn't work out. There's a divorce. And now they have to move on separately, which might be very, very hard. But it can happen. So I'm not against Martell. I think he's a great earner. I feel that he has great business ideas. And I think that he is a winner. I think the whole team here is a winner. Now, let me just say that. But moving on to point number 1. Who cares about the comeback group anymore? Let me just say that. Now, I know I said a lot of great things about them individually, but who cares about the comeback group anymore? Like, really, just like Maurice said. This is Maurice Scott right here with a nice blue suit and the white under collar. Looks great to me. Allegedly, I thought I heard him say, who cares about the comeback group anymore? He said the comeback group ain't coming back. Now, I don't know if that's a direct quote. I definitely thought I heard him say that. Neither here nor there. I think, who cares about the comeback group anymore? Because I feel as though, first of all, I feel as though, are they coming back together? I don't know. Yeah. Anywho, moving on. I wanted to comment on that. And let me report this. Let me just move on to this. I feel as though, like I was saying before, things between Melody and Martell. Let me report that it's kind of weird, right? What's really going on here? One episode, Melody is crying over Martell, how things are not what they could be in terms of whatever it is. This is all after the divorce. Let me be clear. And then the next episode, she's like willing to sit down with him and work together. Like in this episode, Melody and Martell, they're going to sit back and be a part of this comeback group. And is there a lawsuit between them? And they're sitting down at the table and trying to do something like work together. I'm just confused. Let me be clear about that. Now, point number 3, my criticism is, does T-shirt even work? I'm just saying, I'm asking, does T-shirt even work? Because I'm kind of thinking that she's still a stay-at-home mom. And Marcel, her husband, is giving her a job at the company, but she can't even have a desk. Oh, she's the president of the company. But she can't have a desk there. So I'm like, does she even really work? That's just a question there for me. For Tisha, I really feel like she really needs to branch out and do her own thing. Now, she don't got that hand on her hip for no reason. I think she's boss enough to go out and do her own thing. She needs to branch out. She does have a new degree. She got in real estate apparently on her own, I think. That has been reported here and on a show. And I feel she needs to branch out because if her husband, Marissa, was saying, okay, you're the president of the company and all that stuff, but you can't have your own desk, then in my opinion, that's a little bit belittling of her. Yeah. And I feel as though if she's not going to get her shine with her husband in the company, she needs to branch out and do some other stuff in real estate. She didn't just go get that degree for no one but herself. And she needs to use that degree to branch out and do things outside the marriage. We have women's rights and do something of her own where she has her own desk. Period. Moving on from that. Okay. Point number 4. Is this an MVP moment? Yes. I'm telling you guys that. We saw my last episode. Anyhow, first of all, the MVP moment, I loved it. Tiffany making it back home safe from the hospital after the scare at the baby shower. Girl, oh my goodness. I was like, what is going on here? Now, first of all, her husband is out there feeling a need to be bossy and straighten out 2 men about how they came to his wife, Tiffany, about something she said. So I don't know if that affected the upset of her stomach or whatever's going on. But that was not sitting cool with her if she knew about it. But I was just like, oh my goodness. Having your own baby shower, then you have to go to the hospital? Really? Wow. Well, the most viral player moment is that Tiffany made it back home safe. And, there was a little scare at her baby shower, but she made it back home. Even though she did have to leave her own baby shower. I don't think they should have had that as, oh, let me just take it outside and talk and just be screaming outside. No, I think that let the baby shower be a good baby shower. Sometimes that. But I am glad she is okay. And that is the MVP moment. It goes to Tiffany. She made it back home safe. Okay, now, is this a research moment or a teachable moment, guys? It's a teachable moment. And it does go back to the great Melody Hope and Martell Hope. Honestly speaking, do not go into business. If your husband is suing you, do not go into business with him. I'm sitting here looking at these two, sitting down here with the alleged comeback group again, talking about doing business together. And they're currently in a lawsuit during this time. Game is over. Yeah. Nothing. No, thank you. If your husband is suing you, do not go into business with him for nothing. Melody has to realize this relationship is over. He is not here to be her friend no more. Not if he's suing you. The joke is over. Okay, and this is what beautiful Melody has to realize, that if Martell is suing her, all games are over. TV show or not, this is real life. And so she needs to break ties before he gets some real reasons to sue her. Like, he's like fishing, looking for reasons to sue her. Allegedly on the show, asking about how much money she got in her bank account, whether she'd be fit to provide for the children. Nothing. Melody needs to break all ties with him. This is over. I'm not calling him a bad dude, but this is over. If he's suing her, she don't want none of that. She does not want none of that. She does not want none of this and going in business with him, because she broke all ties, allegedly, when they first got divorced. So if he's trying to, and have some situation, don't give him nothing. Not saying that he's trying to do something, but I'm telling Melody, break all ties with this dude. They're great alone, but this is over. Don't get into no suing and getting back, and this is not good for her. It's not healthy for either one of them. And that's the divorce is there, and that's what it is. They need to go their separate ways. Okay. Yeah, so like I'm saying, she needs to break ties before he gets some real reason to sue her. And that is a teachable moment for everyone. And I ain't playing. Point number 5. Now, the most loving moment is Melody and Tisha going out together again. Now, these two guys right here, look at them. Flicking frat. Whatever it is. I don't know. And they are friends. They've been raising their kids for years ago. They're very, very close, allegedly, according to what the show I've received from the show, that they used to be. They're single mothers, not single mothers, mothers together, going out together, and being friends and raising children. And for these two to come back together, I thought it was great to go out to eat, and I felt the love. Like, they're really like, okay, we're gonna work through this, and we're gonna keep having a friendship. I feel this is a real friendship, and I think it's worth saving. When there's the divorce, that's getting really ugly between Martell and Melody, and they need to cut ties. Everything don't work together. honestly speaking, let me just say this. I feel as though Melody need to either drop the kids off at his mother's house or her mother's house and let them do the talking. But these two, they need to cut ties. If there's a lawsuit, don't even do nothing together. No filming together, nothing. Don't even do nothing. And I think that's what they need to understand right there. This is real. And so don't play with nothing when it's real. And so this is a real lawsuit. You know, allegedly Martell brought it against Melody. I don't know for sure, but it's been alleged. I'm gathering that it was Martell. I don't know for sure, but don't even play. I love them both. I wish them both success. Say success 3 times together. I wish them both success, and I feel as though I think that, any breakup of a marriage or family is a loss. However, I feel as though they need to cut ties at this point, and that's what that is. Definitely do not work together. Yeah. Okay. But again, the point number 5 was most loving moment is Melody and Tisha going out together to eat and being friends again. I love that. Save the sisterhood. I love that. Okay, guys. Again, you're watching the Binti Love podcast, 5 Points, 5-star review. I am your host, Binti Love. You can find me on TikTok, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. And this is my website. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. And tell 10 people to subscribe to. Tell 10 people to subscribe to. That's right. Bye, guys.